In this video, I'll be teaching you how to complete the second Outbreak Easter egg. Not to be confused with the first Easter egg, this is an entirely separate Easter egg, and I'll be teaching you how to complete it as detailed and as quick to the point as possible. If you are looking for a guide for the first Easter egg, it's appearing on the top right of your screen right now and in the description below. Now, this Easter egg is a lot easier than the first Outbreak Easter egg. It's definitely worth going into this with a good loadout, such as an M16 build you see here, or a shotgun build like the Hauer or Gallo. Remember, all these can be saved as custom mods. If you come across these in-game, you can apply your mod onto them straight away. Jumping into the Easter egg itself, just like the first one, you can't start it until round 3. So whilst you're doing the objectives to get to round 3, it's definitely worth going for the side objectives too. Doing this will get you perks for free earlier on, as well as a load of points and salvage so you can upgrade your armor and weapon rarity. Now, the first step of the Easter egg begins on round 3 on any Outbreak map except Sanatorium. If you're unlucky to get Sanatorium on round 3, you're going to have to progress to round 4 before you can start this step. But if you're on round 3 or higher and you're not on Sanatorium, around the map, you're going to find a weird red rift. We'll show you every location for each map in a moment, but I'll first explain how this step works. You're going to want to walk into this rift and it's going to teleport you up into the air, where you want to be looking out for a similar looking red rift in the sky that you're going to want to fly towards. You can glide slowly with a parachute or just dive straight into it, but you have a certain amount of time to get into this rift. Once you're in it, it's going to spawn you up in the air again somewhere else on the map, and you're going to have to find another rift in the air and fall into that in time to teleport you again. In the air, you're going to be looking for a third and final rift to teleport through, and this will be the furthest and the hardest one to see. And once you're in the air again, you'll notice a weird object will be flying above you and crash land, and it will have a yellow light in the sky similar to the mystery box to show you where this object has spawned. It's a beacon listing device, and we're going to need that for the next step. Now, during the process of flying through these rifts, if you don't make it to one in time, it will despawn and you'll have to go to the next wave to try this step again. So just be wary, you are on a time limit. What I'm going to do now is show you the location of every red rift on every map, and then we'll be back to explain step 2. With that object in hand, complete the objective for that round so you spawn the beacon, and when you activate the beacon, you're going to want to select this brand new telephone prompt called Respond, which says Ravenov is trying to contact you. What does he want? We'll have a short conversation with Ravenov, who will tell you need to go to Sanatorium, and upon using the portal to teleport to the next map, you will be put automatically on Sanatorium. He'll explain that a helicopter has crash landed somewhere and you're going to need to find it, and the location of this crashed helicopter is in the far left portion of the map, as you can see here in carved hills. Once you go near it, your next objective is to secure the crash site, which is by killing all the zombies that are around it. Once they're all taken care of, there is a Omega audio recording on the side of the helicopter, which should now allow you to play if you've killed all the zombies. The scientist on the radio will mention that there is an ethereal orb that you're going to need to find, and there are 3 locations for this on the map. The first location could be on the roof of the bathhouse, which is situated in the bottom middle of the map. As you can see, it's on the top of the roof right here. Another location is right on the top corner of the map here on a building called Maintenance, and it is also on top of a roof. And the last location can be by the Pack-a-Punch machine in the swimming pool of the main Sanatorium building. I don't have gameplay of the orb there, but trust me, it's there. Now, the objective of this orb is you're going to want to shoot it so it flies towards the bridge of Sanatorium. Weaver describes that the orb has a mind of its own, so it can move around the map to quite a few places before it will eventually go towards the bridge. Just like the side Easter egg orb that you can find that drops you points, you're going to want to follow this orb around the map and keep shooting at it until it goes towards the bridge and floats on top of a rover. Weaver will mention that the orb won't go into the cage and that we need to find a toy. Now, this toy is the bunny from the mystery box and can be found on one of the 3 mystery box locations on the map. One location is here in groundskeeping near the top of the map, and as you can see in this game, it's here and we can pick it up. Another location is right right on the top of the Sanatorium roof, where you can see in our game the mystery box is there, but it might not be there and could be a bunny location instead. And the last bunny location can be found right here near the bottom middle of the map, and it's on this location here. Now what you want to do is pick up the bunny, and it's going to activate a spawn of zombies. Your job will be just to take out the zombie waves that have spawned and get rid of all of them until the bunny can be picked up from the box. Just like a large loot chest, the bunny actually drops some surprises. You get some salvage, potentially a good weapon, as well as a artifact, amongst a few other things. Whoever picks up the bunny gets the same powers as you would for carrying an ether canister, where your vision goes slightly blurry and your character also glows, which looks really cool, and you have the same canister ability to get rid of all the zombies if you so need to. But take this back to the rover on the bridge and place it into the rover. The orb will now combine with the bunny and drop a new recording that you'll want to play. Once the radio is finished playing, you'll have a prompt on the rover to activate it, and this is the point of no return. Once you do this, you'll be tied to the ending of the Easter egg, so definitely make sure you've got all your perks, your weapons are fully upgraded and tiered. You make use of the side objectives just to make sure you spend your salvage on monkey bombs, self-revives, and most importantly, a chopper gunner. It's not vital to have one, but it will make this last step an absolute cakewalk, so I highly recommend it. Activating the rover will cross us over through the bridge to a brand new part of the map where we're essentially going to be following the rover and killing any zombies that come our way without leaving this bubble. If you leave it, you'll take damage, and you'll be following this for about 2 to 3 minutes. Now, the worst part about this is that you get no ammo drops during this, so I definitely advise you're restocked on ammo just before you go into this, because you might run out of ammo during this, and I'd hate for you to fail at this point. Once the rover has made its way to Monument Walk, it will explode, and above you will be a new objective. But just beforehand, there is an ammo crate, so definitely buy some ammo because you're gonna need it. Make your way up to the monument top square, and you'll notice that a bunch of scientists have been murdered by Omega just before we got there. There'll be a blueprint for you to pick up and an Omega audio recording that you can play that will explain everything, but activating this is going to activate the finale, which is an Exfil, but with a twist. You have literally every zombie type possible that will spawn in here, including an order that appears out of nowhere. Now remember that chopper gunner that I mentioned before? This is where it comes in incredibly handy. You have 6 minutes to clear all of the enemies, including order, from this area, but with a chopper gunner, this becomes absolutely easy mode. I just simply focused fire purely on order, and if there were any zombies that spawned around him, it was a bonus. But with more than one player in the game, if another person activates a chopper gunner after the first ones runs out, you're gonna basically guarantee completion here. But even if so, just taking down order is the first priority you'll want to do here, and then you'll want to get rid of all the other zombies just like you would in a normal exfil. Once all the enemies have been taken out within that time limit, Raptor 1 will come to pick you up and you can exfil out of here, and that will be the ending of the second Easter egg. If you want to see the ending cutscene, I'll have it on your screen right now for you to click to go over and watch. But I hope you found this guide useful. If you did, a like rating would be super appreciated. Subscribe to the channel for more zombie Easter egg tutorials like this one covering our Toten and the final zombies map in Cold War, and thank you very much for watching.